Do-Rag Wisdom here on this 14th day since the malicious, tragic coup of our country by the right wing. And they're going to work very hard to destroy us. Back in the late 70s, 80s, I used to love to ride around New York City on my bicycle. I'm an avid bike rider. And for the years and years and years that I worked, for the Department of Education, the Board of Education, I was lucky enough to be like 2 miles away from my job in the last years of my career, and I was able to ride my bike. And I didn't care if it was 20 degrees, if it was windy, as long as the street wasn't slippery, I was able to ride around. And then on my free time, especially during the summer vacation, I'd love to ride around the city. Because, I love New York City. It's a real unique place. Of course, this is the New York of the Y2Ks, and I'm not too fond of what's been done to it by Disney and other corps, and to bring in the stupid tourists to make the city as phony as possible, like every other corrupted city in this nation, with all the big box stores and phony. In any event, I was riding my bike one summer, and I did my 44-mile trip, and that's where at the time I was living in Brighton Beach, Brooklyn, and what I would do is I'd go from there all the way up Coney Island Avenue, through the park, besides, around the park, onto Flatbush Avenue. Then I'd cut up to downtown Brooklyn, go over the Brooklyn Bridge, and go up the east side of Manhattan all the way to the 59th Street Bridge, cross over the bridge, we're in Queens, get over to Woodhaven Boulevard, and then cross in there and go all the way down. And then you get to that bridge, the Cross Bay Bridge. And before you get to the Rockaways, and then I go around the Rockaways to the then I get to the Gil Hodges Bridge, and I pat onto Flatbush, and I'd be back in my 44-mile circuit trip. I know this city backwards and forwards. So here I get to Broad Channel. Broad Channel. Now that's part of the trip, and that's out in Jamaica Bay. When you're out, past that Cross Bay Bridge, and a little islet in the middle of Jamaica Bay, it's amazing. You think you're in New York City, and here's this fishing village or whatever. It's got water on all sides. You got the bridge. It's only one road in. They got side roads with one main road in. So I went into the store to get myself some refreshment. Liquid refreshment, and I happened to strike up a conversation with one of the local residents there, and it was a nice conversation up until the point I said, you got a beautiful community here, and he said, quote, yeah, we don't have any Negroes here. Of course, he didn't use the word Negro, he used another term. So this one asshole, he took that whole day that I was enjoying, and he put a black spot on it. He put a dark spot. Because here I was enjoying this summer day and riding, and the humidity wasn't high. And I get to this racist turd who has to share. Because see, racists are it's like a cancer. They have to share. It's a communicable disease. They have to share their hatred. And this prick, he shared it. Of course, I didn't say anything back to him because I'm on my way through, you know what I mean? I just non-committal response. But and this is the same community, Broad Channel, during when Adolph Giuliani was mayor of our city. They had a group of, the beautiful fire department, the heroes of the fire department. They had these idiots who claimed to be firefighters. They had a parade in Broad Channel, and they all were dressed in blackface, and they were dragging a man behind the car. Supposedly that was a mannequin, like a black person, dragging them behind. These turds were fired from their firefighting job, but that's the kind of community Broad Channel is. Fast forward to the Y2Ks and this last horrific election, this tragic election, which I'll remember like 9/11, when we nominated a racist dictator. So last night I'm watching the news, I'm watching Rachel Maddow, and the alt-right was having a meeting. Now the alt-right are the KKK to Nazis. They don't wear the swastika armbands. They don't wear the white sheets over their shitty heads. They wear suits. You know, they call themselves the alt-right. And, you know, this guy Bannon that Trump picked to be his one of his intimates. He's an alt-righter, a racist, anti-Semite turd. So this group, I saw on the news, this group was having a meeting. They were having this meeting, this alt-right meeting, and they were really happy that for the first time, one of theirs is at the top. And of course, they're referring to Adolf Trumpler. Wow. And at some point in the speech, the guy says, "Hail Trump," and then people are putting their arms up in the Heil, you know, the Heil thing. Something inside of me, twisted up. I wanted to reach through that TV set. I wanted to strangle that bastard. Hail Trump! Hail this! In my country! In this country! I'm sorry for screaming. I'm sorry. But you folks have to stand up now. Black, white, yellow, red, brown, beige. This is America. This is not Nazi Germany. This is not some banana republic. Got to go from broad channel racism to national racism. I am ashamed to be an American. I wish that my state, New York, was secede from the Union, because I don't want nothing to do with those racist turds. I hate you too, alt-right turds. I want black people. I want brown people. I want Islamic. I want Mexican. I want every diverse person in this country you can imagine. You son of a bitch racists. And you're not, on my watch, going to turn this country into an all-whites only country club. I suggest that anyone listening to this who's not an alt-right piece of trash, you get out, you start dissenting, dissent, protest, everything this son of a bitch is going to try to do. For his attorney general, he's bringing in a southern cracker named Sessions, who hates black people, an attorney general. He's got an anti-Semite, alt-right piece of shit named Steve Bannon. He's got an Islamophobic piece of crap named Mike Flynn. Ladies and gentlemen, anyone listening to this, resist. Do not register your names. Do not register your groups. Hide people if you have to. You fight this bastard every step of the way. My father was a disabled combat veteran from World War II. And he died at the age of 46. There's always been evil, hate in this country. Always. There's always been the groups that want to undermine everything that we try to accomplish, every good thing we try to accomplish. And it's up to us, since, according to this alt-right, their guy is at the top now, we have to stand up. And if I have to die standing standing up. I will. Because I don't want to see any more destruction, racist death, and anti-Semitic death, Islamophobia, xenophobia, misogynism in my country. I am not going to turn my country over to the naked ape savages. And I don't care if he won according to the Electoral College. This other piece of garbage won by over 1.5 million votes. We're in for some real grief, ladies and gentlemen. We're in for some real horrific grief. And I don't want this entire planet to turn into a broad channel. A racist broad channel. Before they murder another black person, before they murder another Islamic person or a Jewish person or any person, let them murder me first, you mother! You piece of trash alt-rights! You Donald Trump supporting maggots! I am here to fight! I am here to resist! I am here to stand up against you hateful mongers of hell! And I want every one of you, if you can, if you agree, this is the time.